and welcome back to our Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm Tex, and I'm here with Law and Griffin.
Hi!
What is seen cannot be unseen.
Well, unless we just take the eye and remove it.
Unless
You're
we
not
just let our
wrong.
eyes, like, glitch off our face.
Yes.
I know, right? And just slowly kind of
Drift.
slide off into its own... Well, so,
I have no eyes and I must stare.
I guess, yeah. So, last we left off, we were experiencing some problems with Yuri,
She might want to go
But-
see a...
an optometrist.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was going to say orthodontist, but then I realised that's not an eye doctor.
Well, I mean, she could get her teeth checked out too, but...
I mean, yeah.
So, we may as well keep going with this, because things are definitely getting very interesting.
Very, very interesting, yes. Let's go. That just
No.
means... Oh, ah!
Go, 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 go!
That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Right now?
Ah!
Well.
Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying?
Again, it's not what you're saying that concerns us.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. She might be, keeping an eye out for Selena.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry.
I'm just a little thirsty is all.
It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. No, that's just her eye.
Yeah.
It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye.
Again, more eye themes here.
I realised that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feel of your body. It was just...
Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it into her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me.
Oh, that's what's distracting you.
It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready to turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Here we fucking go.
I just wanted to ask something. Are we not sharing the poems this time?
No, these are the events
well-
that happen before poem sharing.
Yeah.
Depending on the girls that you romance. Those happen before, and then you do the poem sharing.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened with Sayori, I'm not gonna lie.
With Sayori is mainly stuff like going to get supplies from.
In this case, it was buttoning up her blazer.
Yeah.
No! I don't relate to this character at all!
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not!
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Mm-hmm.
Something else?
In future chapters, I'm assuming.
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet.
Oh, you're right. Hold on, I just need to make sure my mic is okay.
Yeah.
My
Technical
beautiful
difficulties,
mic.
Possibly.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
Good.
Technical difficulties.
Technical
No.
difficulties.
So, I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Good question
Boys
to ask
love
after the way I just laughed.
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat.
How can you feel your heartbeat through all that?
Good question.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine.
The way her mouth is animated.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? It's weird.
I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
What indeed?
Mother Barton,
Ah!
did something happen just now?
Again, that's kind of a loaded question.
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything.
Sorry, can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Of course she isn't.
Oh, no, not really.
Well, how do you know?
I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her.
Again.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Well, let's go see Natsuki first.
Yeah.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Huh? Huh? What the
Sorry, I
What?
think I need a moment. Again, the eye themes continue. Huh.
Read your line, Griffin. God.
Hey, I guess I'm getting stage fright.
Mother Barton, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
No, my eyes popping out of my fucking head is painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better, anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now.
Is it going to be different?
Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
Oh, no.
No,
It's
it's
exactly
the
the same.
same.
Do you want to read it again?
I suppose.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but then their eyes pop out of their fucking skulls.
What a mood.
Good delivery on the end there.
Thank you. I've been practicing. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
I don't know, maybe I'm not in the best state of mind right now. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try. Yeah. Sorry,
People
I
don't
think
even
it's just
try
an
to-
aneurysm.
I mean, that would explain the eye popping, really.
Yeah. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Although you're pretty talented to pop your eyes out like that and then regrow them in an instant, so I don't know.
An artist must suffer for their art. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Much like my eyes on the floor there.
Yeah,
It helps bring out the feelings in the last line.
so you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
Blood, sweat, and tears, baby. Blood, sweat, and tears. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I guess we
Guess we don't have
have
a
to show it
choice.
to Monica.
How are we doing on time?
We've got probably enough time for at least this poem.
Yeah, we've
Alright.
definitely got enough time to talk to Monica.
Yeah.
Hi, Mother Barton. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better,
Yeah, how about you don't kill off all your members?
No promises.
I'm always listening.
Uh-huh.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Always listening, huh? Hi, my name is Pat Matt. I'm from Theory Game. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up.
You're terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
No. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Mother Barton. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's sort of it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Mother Barton. I was going ooh in my head while reading it.
I'm sure.
It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Here we go.
Oh.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality.
I wonder why.
And so is her
don't
eye.
mean that- I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier.
What did you know about earlier?
I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, you just stepped in it.
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
It's the same poem, but hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Wait, it's a different poem.
It is a different poem.
But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
So, I think this is a continuation of the first poem from the previous run. And what this says to me is, I think Monica became self-aware during the conception of the game, the quote-unquote initial game, like maybe concept art or something like that, because the crinkling implies paper being crumpled up. Maybe concept art.
Something like that.
And there's the eye imagery again.
Yeah. Well, that was also part of it too.
So yeah, again, like this as well as the first poem from the last run relates to the quote-unquote epiphany of Monica becoming sentient. I think.
I think so. Or at least becoming self-aware.
Yeah.
So, interesting. So, what do you think?
I think you need help.
It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Oh,
we go.
really now, Monica?
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
A bit, she says.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other.
Which is to say, maybe after there's no one left.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
Is this the same one from before?
Yes,
I think so.
I believe so. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. And another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
Theory game. Monica is actually Bendy
That's-
Inko Pachinko.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, so I think
Yeah,
this is probably a good place to call it for today.
it is, and we
Yeah.
should talk to Yuri next
Next
time.
time.
Ow, my finger just clicked as soon as I...
Oh, jeez.
Don't do that.
God, Monica's influence reaches further than we guessed.
I
Oh
can't
God,
believe
no.
Monica is a real life Doctor Who angel.
Oh,
Join me
gosh.
next time on Theory Game. I'm Pat Mats.
Still gonna
Subscribe.
get demonetized.
All right.
Boy.
Well, we'll see you
Later.
next time. Bye.
Boy.